Tonight on News 6, police need help in identifying a robbery suspect.
The National Guard members are getting closer to going to college for free in the state of Arkansas.
Tom Cotton has an unexpected member of the audience ask him a question at his town hall meeting.
And students have one more chance to see the artist in residence speak tonight in the College of Business auditorium.
All that and more. News 6 starts right now. Good evening, I'm Chandler Watkins.
And I'm Chris Bell Davis. Thank you for joining us.
Chris, it felt absolutely amazing outside, but it felt a little too hot for February, don't you think?
I mean, it was very warm. Dustin, is this warmness here to stay?
Thanks, Dustin. One person is dead after a head-on collision involving multiple cars on I-40 this morning. The accident happened eastbound on mile marker 128 in Conway. Officer Liz Chapman says a state trooper was also involved in the accident, but cannot confirm any more details until the investigation is complete. We will keep you updated as this story develops.
The Conway Police Department needs the public's help in identifying a man that stole from Bed Bath & Beyond in December. The suspect bought an iRobot Roomba and returned it shortly after for a cash refund. According to the employees, they noticed the box was open and resealed. Employees opened the box only to find a large bottle of apple juice, 2 bottles of water, and some tissue paper. The suspect is described as a 30 to 40-year-old white male, about 5 feet 5 inches, or weighing around 160 pounds with brown hair. If anyone with information about the suspect's identity or whereabouts, they're asked to call the Conway Police Department.
Artist in residence, poet Oliver De La Paz is spending his second night on campus with a public reading and book signing. De La Paz arrived yesterday on campus wanting to get some sun, but today he wants to express how important poetry is to him and to get that across to the audience tonight.
What's really essential in poetry is not only that it's a way to understand with empathy what other people are thinking, but it is a way to express how to say something to other people using metaphoric language, finding ways to bridge our communication gaps.
The public reading with De La Paz starts tonight at 7:30 in the College of Business auditorium.
UCA Bookstore sells more than just books for your classes. They offer a wide variety of merchandise to show off your school spirit. Dylan Brown has more.
Dylan Brown, Channel 6.
And coming up after the break, an unexpected member of the audience at Tom Cotton's town hall meeting blows the crowd away.
Stay with us. News 6 will be right back.
Welcome back. Senator Tom Cotton held a town hall meeting last night in Springdale and answered questions from repealing Obamacare to funding PBS. Most of the people in attendance were angry and frustrated with Cotton, but a certain audience member had something else to say at the end of the meeting.
Donald Trump makes Mexicans not important to people who are in Arkansas who like Mexicans, like me, my grandma, and all my people.
The 7-year-old boy Toby received large amounts of applause from the audience. Toby has also had concerns over the cutting of the public broadcasting shows by saying, "Don't take my PBS kids."
Arkansas's other U.S. Senator John Bozeman announced Thursday he is planning on hosting a telephone town hall from his Washington, D.C. office. A telephone town hall is a conference call where anyone can call in, listen, and participate. The event is scheduled for 7:30 p.m. on Monday, and Arkansans who are interested in the event must sign up to be dialed into the call. To sign up, you can go to bozeman.senate.gov and provide your information. In a statement, Bozeman said that the town hall will allow him to be able to speak to constituents across the state, and he is looking forward to it.
Members of the Arkansas National Guard get closer to going to college for free as the Senate Education Committee passed the bill on Wednesday. More than a dozen National Guard members from across the state traveled to the Capitol to testify in favor of the bill, but the committee advanced it right away. The natural state does not offer full tuition to its members, so many are moving to other states that do, and that's cost the state nearly 700 vacant jobs in the past 2 years. The bill now heads to the Senate floor.
Police are investigating an Arkansas teen accused of rape and abuse of a corpse. 18-year-old Austin Grammer was arrested Wednesday after a woman was found dead in Shiloh Springs home. The victim has been identified as 20-year-old Leslie Perry of Shiloh Springs. Grammer is charged with rape and abuse of a corpse, manslaughter, and tampering with physical evidence. According to the police records, Grammer is currently being held in Benton County Jail without bail. The court date has not yet been set.
And coming up after the break, Dustin Bentley will tell us if this warm weather is here to stay.
Thank you. We'll be right back. And welcome back to News 6. I'm Chrisbel Davis with an update on your national and international news. The Kim Jong-nam murder mystery has intensified. Malaysian police want to speak to a North Korean embassy worker and an airline employee in connection with the murder of Kim Jong. And security at the mortuary has also been tightened after an attempted break-in. CNN's Alexandra Field reports from Kuala Lumpur.
It's a battle over the body of Kim Jong-nam between North Korean officials and Malaysian authorities who are investigating his suspicious death. They say he was poisoned. They have held on to his body, which is still in a morgue here at this hospital. There was a break-in at the morgue earlier this week. Police here say they know who is behind it, but they aren't going to say who. North Korea continues to demand the return of their citizen who was found to have a passport, a diplomatic passport, on him at the time of his death. For the first time in the 10 days since Kim Jong-nam's death, KCNA, the state news agency in North Korea, is reporting on the matter. They are saying that Malaysian officials are being unfriendly by failing to return the body. They are also questioning the investigation here, saying that secret police were used to investigate the poisoning claims as a result of South Korean media reports that first suggested that Kim Jong-nam, the half-brother of North Korea's dictator Kim Jong-un, had in fact been poisoned. The ambassador from North Korea here in Malaysia came out saying that he was informed by local authorities that Kim Jong-nam had died of a, quote, heart stroke. Authorities here in Malaysia have asked Interpol for assistance tracking down 4 North Koreans who they believe are connected to this case. They believe that all 4 of those men have returned to Pyongyang. They are also looking to speak with 3 other North Koreans who they believe are still in the country, including the second secretary to North Korea's embassy here and an employee of North Korea's airline, Air Koryo. 3 people are still in custody, including 2 of the women who are believed to have poisoned him at the airport, according to Malaysian authorities, and another North Korean citizen. North Korean officials are calling for the release of all 3 of them. In Kuala Lumpur, Alexandra Field.
Pope Francis said Thursday it might be better to be an atheist than a greedy Christian. The pontiff made his comments during a sermon in Rome. Francis said Christians who exploit people and lead double lives scandalize the church. His comments were in reference to a passage from the Gospel of Mark in which Jesus says, "It's better to be drowned than to cause others to sin." This is not the first time Francis has targeted Christian hypocrites. In a sermon last February, the outspoken Pope called out the fakeness of Christians who talk piously but do little to help others. Google's charitable arms is giving more than $11 million to 10 organizations fighting for racial justice. Not only that, but the Google engineers will also donate their time and skills to help the efforts of those organizations. The Center for Policing Equality. It's a New York-based company that is think tank that is creating a database tracking police interactions with the public nationwide. Depending on the donation size, recipients may receive the funds in one lump sum or get payments spanning over several years. Google.org first started donating money toward the racial justice fight in 2015 after the fatal church shooting in Charleston, South Carolina, and it has given over $5 million to date. It looks like luck is on someone's side Wednesday night. The Powerball officials say winning Powerball jackpot ticket was sold Wednesday night in Indiana. The jackpot was worth $435 million, making it the 10th largest Powerball in history. The winning numbers were 52, 10, 61, 28, and 13, with 2 as the power play. Only one ticket may have scored the jackpot, but Powerball says there were millions of other prizes totaling more than $27 million. Man, I wish that was me. What happens when you combine ferocious Siberian tigers with modern technology? Bouncing, pouncing, and even a bit of trouncing. The video footage of the habitat for these rare felines in northeast China's Heilongjiang province, them meandering until they catch sight of a drone with a camera buzzing around. The rather chubby tigers played cat and mouse with the drone until 2- or 3-year-old tiger swiped at the camera, a large paw filling its screen before losing signal. The group proceeded to tear the drone apart, with one literally chewing on the gadget as if it was a bird of prey. Unlike a bird, the drone started to give off smoke, which scared off the surrounding tigers. Tom Brady in on the case, and a drunk driving suspect tries to cartwheel her way out of trouble. Coming up in today's Look at This.
You know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to the shelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener and loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend.
I'm one unlucky guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning, 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash, 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. Drive responsibly.
Tom Brady is constantly proving there's nothing he can't do. His latest role, private investigator.
Jeremy Ross explains in today's Take a Look at This.
Super Bowl champ Tom Brady is on the case. After someone stole his game jersey from the NFL championship, the lack of leads may have left the MVP feeling somewhat deflated. See what I did there? So Brady is taking matters into his own hands. The star QB posted a homemade chart of possible but not so likely suspects on his Instagram page. Who's on there? Lady Gaga, who performed at halftime, and even his own teammate, receiver Julian Edelman. Also, there was Gollum from Lord of the Rings, Jaws from Jaws, and Prison Mike from The Office. Brady had his reasons. Here's hoping he gets his answers, but if he doesn't, I think Brady has some spare Super Bowl jerseys. An Albuquerque woman is in hot water after putting on an acrobatic display for police officers. Officers found Brielle Marshall sleeping in her car and said she smelled of alcohol.
Have you consumed any alcoholic beverages today?
No, I'm fine.
None?
The cop asked her to do a field sobriety test, you know, walking a straight line.
Okay, we'll all demonstrate it for you. Right foot in front of your left, hands down at your sides, doing somersaults.
Yeah, Marshall did a cartwheel instead. Twice. After repeated warnings that went unheeded, the cop had enough and Marshall was placed under arrest. She's been charged with aggravated drunk driving and battery for cartwheeling into the officer. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Chandler Watkins.
And I'm Chris Bell Davis. See you tomorrow.